Welcome. Good evening, Trinity Christian School. Welcome to Virtual Curriculum Night. Thank you for being part of TCS. My name is John Vugdeveen, and I am the administrator here, better known to your kids as Mr. V. Want you to know you've made an excellent decision to be a part of Trinity Christian School. Please know that you're making a great investment to the life of your child being here. This is a special place for a child to grow spiritually and educationally, and we hope that you see the heart of Jesus in all that we're doing here at TCS. It has been such a great encouragement to have the kids back here at school, especially after not seeing so many of them for almost 6 months now. I hope that your kids have enjoyed their first several days here at school. I know the teachers have really enjoyed having them back, and we're excited about this school year. TCS has always been about family, and I hope that we can continue to rally around one another as we strive to work together to accomplish what we want to in this school year. COVID has been a heavy burden, but I'm praying that we can continue to work together and that as a family we can secure our health and safety every step moving forward. While we don't want to live in a spirit of fear, we do want to be safe and healthy by doing our best to follow all that has been given to us, and at the same time providing an awesome Christian education to your children. Our theme verse for this year, as I've previously stated in some other letters, is from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, which says, "I have not given you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, of love, and of sound mind." Faith over fear is what we are talking about this year as a staff. I know COVID has been a rotten thorn in our side for many months. It's kind of worn us out and frustrated us at times, and it just doesn't seem to be wanting to go away. But I'm asking for us as a school, as families, and as Christians to hold strong in our faith in our Savior, just as I challenged the staff the other day. I wanted to share with the whole school some pieces from my devotion that I had this Tuesday morning. And I simply just had 3 words to share with them, all starting with the letter P. Prayer, praise, and presence. Number 1, prayer. Be in prayer continuously for school. Be in prayer continuously for our teachers. And be in prayer continuously for our families and our students. We need to pray through this pandemic and everything else going on around us in this world. Praise. Let's get off Facebook. Let's stop looking at the media. Let's stop watching the news. Let's get rid of the negativity. And let's find praise and thanksgiving in all that we do. I think that's what the Lord has called us to do. God is blessing us all the time, even in the midst of a pandemic. And let's, as a school, find the positive and not look for the negative. And lastly, presence. Let your presence be known. Just like our Savior, His presence is always around us. We can show a presence of serving others, being kind to others, and loving on others. And these are the things that we are teaching your children as well. Prayer, praise and thanksgiving, and being present in God's Word, and being present to others. Let's let these 3 things set TCS apart this year. I know I, as well as our staff, are going to continue to work towards those this year, even amongst this pandemic. Please join us as we invest in God and invest in this school year. And I know that we can do this together as a family. Thank you once again for being a part of Trinity Christian School, and we look forward to having an amazing year together. One of our more exciting events of the year is our Walkathon, and this is a way that we can invest in the school as well. So we have Terry Jo Stuckley with us from the Walkathon Committee, and she's going to be sharing some important information on our COVID Walkathon this year. So I'd like to welcome Terry Jo to the platform.
Hi TCS families, my name is Terry Jo Stuckley and I am a preschool aide here at Trinity as well as a parent. So my job is to fill you in on what's going on with the Walkathon this year. I hope you all remember to turn in your orange pledge sheets Wednesday. That helps the committee track our goal and to ensure that we have enough prizes for after the walk. And it allows your child to, they'll have a chance to win a prize each Wednesday. Things have changed since our Jump Start packets went home. Because of restrictions, we will now have the walk on Friday, September 25th, during school. What will that look like? Well, your child can come to school dressed in their class color from head to toe if they want, just as we've had it in the past. No uniform pieces are necessary if they come dressed in their class color. Then each grade will have a designated time to walk laps around the soccer field. Immediately after each grade walks, they will be awarded any prizes that they've qualified for. During the walk and prizes, pictures and videos will be taken and shared with families in a final walkathon video. I'm sad to say this year that the walk will only be for students. We just can't have parents and smaller siblings gathered at the school. Any TCS Go students are welcome to come and join their class during the walk. E-learners can also do their own virtual walk and send any pictures or videos to Mrs. Toya Thomas by Saturday, September 26th to be included in the final walkathon video. My hope and prayer is that we can return as a school family for next year's walk. To be considered for the final tiered prizes, you must turn in your final orange pledge sheet, which is due Wednesday, September 16th. This is important for us to plan accordingly for prizes. If you get donations after that Wednesday, by all means, please put them on your yellow pledge sheet. One other change that occurred is that the yellow pledge sheet will now be due Friday, October 2nd. That is different from what was in your packets that were sent home. This is the one that you turn in with all the money you've raised. As always, the school does not want you to turn in cash. If somebody gives you cash as a donation, please keep it and write out a check to Trinity Christian School. If somebody writes a check out to you in your name, please keep that and write out a check to Trinity Christian School. The number on the bottom of your yellow pledge sheet should match the money that you are turning in. So you have 2 orange sheets left that are due the next 2 Wednesdays. An update on First Giving. Just today, Mrs. Toya Thomas told me that she spoke to First Giving and they're working on a technical issue that they're hoping to get resolved very quickly. If you are tech savvy, I understand that you can create your own First Giving account and link Trinity as the school. If you have any questions, you can contact Mrs. Thomas about that. Our theme this year, I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't, but I love it. It's take a stand and be an example. I ask that you talk to your kids about what that means to them. Their answers, I'm sure, will be very interesting and very insightful. But I ask you to do that not just once, this evening at dinner perhaps, or this week. I ask you to readdress that throughout the year and keep asking them, what does it mean to them to take a stand and be an example? And that's all I have for you, so good luck and go TCS.
Hello, Trinity families, and welcome to 2021. I am Janine McDavitt, and I am the volunteer coordinator for Trinity Christian School. And I'd like to just touch base on a few reminders for you folks about the volunteering program here. And this will be new information for our new families. And I'd like to welcome all of our new families this year. We have a lot of them, and many of you have stepped up already, and we are very grateful for that. So please keep that up. So we have a volunteer tracking program called Help Counter, and that is how you'll be checking in when you come in to volunteer. It'll be in the office. The computer is adjacent to where you see Mrs. Rasmussen and Mrs. Biskup, and there are instructions that you can use to check yourself in. I just ask that you remember to check yourself out so that that time is tabulated correctly. And there is an option that if you stay for a second activity, let's say you're working lunch and you are willing to stay and help be one of our cleaners in the afternoon, I would love if you could come back into the office and check out of that one activity, lunch, and then check into the next activity. And this keeps us accurate, keeping track of our time accurately. We have a texting program called Remind, and many of you are part of it, and I'd like to invite our new families into it. It is a great way for me to get information to you on our needs, and even more so, it is a great way for me to remind you the evening before of your volunteer serve the next day. So would love for you to join that, and you can dial down how many texts you receive from me, or you can keep it the permissions wide open, and you can hear from me quite often as the year proceeds. I want to let you know that also by the computer in the office is a binder that has sign-up sheets. I would love for you to, when you stop into the office, to look through that, since we are not here physically for curriculum night. Take a look through those sign-up sheets that were out at the table at Jumpstart Evening and find some things that might be something you'd be interested in volunteering. We have people that can help us with technology. If you're a handyman and you'd love to help Mr. Cracker around the school, we'd love to have you sign up for that as well. And then there's also the activities throughout the school year, as well as our weekend warriors and our daily needs. And speaking of daily needs, on the bulletin board adjacent to the computer, I have a calendar for the current month as well as the month ahead. And I would love for you, when you come in to volunteer, if you could take a look at those calendars and sign up for another slot. You can sign up directly onto that sheet, and I check that daily so I can update it with what is current on our website. If you have a situation where you're not able to come in often to volunteer, we would love, and we currently have lots of grandparents, but if you are a new family, I want to let you know that grandparents are very much welcome to come and help you with accruing your volunteer time. We also would love to have aunts or uncles that might be willing to, or adult siblings. And if you have questions about that, you can contact me. But we do love having our grandparents here, and I know that they love serving as well. And one last thing I want to remind you about is how you can find out about these volunteer opportunities. So aside from the binder that is next to the computer, you can go to the website and find the Parent tab. If you hover over the Parent tab and scroll down, you will see volunteer opportunities and volunteer needs, and you can click on either one of those. And I try to keep that as accurate as I can, almost on a daily basis. And there are also ways to reach out to me, but I can give you my information quickly here. It's jamcdavitt@trinitychristian.info. Please feel free to email me with questions or issues at any time. Have a great school year. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you, Janine. Appreciate all the opportunities that we give our volunteers. I just want to make an announcement about Parent-Teacher Ministry. It's our PTM. This is a group of moms and or dads that volunteer their time to do different things to support our school and to support our teachers. Right now, the group is in need of more members to join. The ministry plans fun events for the school, raises money for different needs of the school, supplies and other items for our teachers. If interested in joining in on the fun and supporting the school, please let the front office know, or you can reach out to Heather Frakes, who is our current PTM president, and we'd love for you to get involved with the school in this way. Right now, PTM is being limited by a number of things due to COVID, but please do watch for different things that they'll do throughout the year. We have a lot of restaurant nights that raise money for the school, and some other family and community events that we hope that we can still possibly do throughout the year. So watch for announcements from our PTM. I just wanted to give a bunch of other reminders as well. Drop-off and dismissal has been getting a little bit more smooth each and every day. Number one is our younger kids, our kindergartners and first graders, learn their names and their cars a little bit better. And as we get used to the snake a little bit more, things have been getting better. But let me remind you of a few of these safety things. Number one, please slow down in the parking lot. I have seen a number of cars going well over 10 to 15 miles per hour. For the safety of all of our families, please slow down. And the Sherwood Police Department is around from time to time, and they do have the authority to pull over. So please watch your speed for the safety of our kids. Do not cut the snake. This morning I saw some vehicles cutting through the snake, and we want to be respectful to everybody and everybody following the same path. If there is nobody in the snake at the present time and it's almost 8:30, you do not have to drive the whole snake. You can come right straight down the soccer field. But when it's busy and most everybody's here between 8:10 and 8:30, please follow the snake. It is important. And please stay off your cell phones. That is the law. And we do not want to be distracted being on our cell phones while we're driving. So the other thing is that preschool will be starting up after Labor Day. So there will be other vehicles coming in right after us at 8:30 and sometimes in the middle of the day for drop-off. So please be aware and follow the snake that we have put in place so we can all be safe. Other announcements, there are many programs and events that we are still debating on for the year. We will keep you updated on the latest and the greatest, but here are a few things that we've discussed so far. Chapel is going to start next Wednesday. Our theme this year is, what is behind the mask? Overcoming my battles. So we're going to be talking about a number of things that we might be battling that no one knows. Fears, anxieties, worry, doubt, not being joyful, family issues, neglect, loss, a lot of these things that we go through each and every day. We're going to look at Bible stories and Bible characters that went through these things too, and what did we learn from them, and what is God trying to teach us about those things. So looking forward to a great theme and some great chapels this year. Each grade level class will have the opportunity to do their own chapel, and the teachers will be communicating that as the year goes on. For the first week of chapel, we are more than likely going to just pre-record the chapel and send it out in a video like we were doing at the end of last year. But we are looking for ways in which we will be able to live stream it, either through YouTube or Facebook or another channel, and we will give you updates and details for that. So look for details in our newsletter. Grandparents' Day, unfortunately, will not happen as it has all these other years traditionally, but we are still trying to plan to do something for our grandparents. So stay tuned to that. But we definitely will not be able to have grandparents here at the building this year. But we are looking for ways to still bless them and celebrate them as important people in our lives. Our fall sports, volleyball and soccer, obviously were canceled, but there is talk about starting them up in the spring. So we are looking at that as a conference, and we hope to maybe have a volleyball and a soccer season in March and April. So we will keep you aware if those things can fall in place with the other events that are going on during the school year as well. Other things that are considering for being postponed and canceled, we're still looking at Christmas programs, Thanksgiving feasts, craft and vendor fair, a lot of these things coming up in November and December. And unless there's some major developments and updates with COVID, those things are more than likely going to be postponed or canceled, but we will keep you updated as well as we get more information and we kind of wait out the next month or two to see what is going to be happening with our health and safety with COVID. Speaking of COVID, just wanted to put out these important reminders to you. As part of being a family, we want to keep everybody healthy and safe. So some of the things that we've been doing around school have been going really well. I'm very proud of your kids. They've been wearing their masks well. Yes, there's reminders from time to time, but overall the kids have done an excellent job keeping their masks on, wearing them when they need to, not complaining, getting their mask breaks at recess and lunch and when they get to go outside from time to time. So very proud of them for that. We've been able to get extra cleaning done. We've had volunteers come in. Mr. Cracker's doing extra cleaning, Mr. Buckley during the day, so we're thankful for that. We have been limiting volunteers coming in, but we do still need those volunteers to help us at lunch and recess, so we're thankful for that. But please limit your visits to the building throughout the day if you can, especially during dismissal and drop off. We don't want to have any visitors coming in and out during that time for sure. If your child's not feeling well, this is very difficult to do, but in this time we have to be extra cautious. So if your child is not feeling well and is having any of the following symptoms: coughing, fever, headache, sneezing, sniffling, congestion, runny nose, and any vomiting or diarrhea, your child must stay home. You must keep them home, and then you must report your illness to the front office and be clear and transparent as far as what their symptoms may be. We need to be open and honest with how our kids are feeling. As a precaution, if one child is sick at home, we ask you to keep all siblings at home until there can be a further diagnosis from a physician or your family doctor. Please see your doctor for a checkup and diagnosis if your child is experiencing any of these symptoms. CDC Guidelines and the Illinois Department of Health strongly encourage anyone with symptoms to be tested and remain home until the test results come back. Children can return to school only if they fall under these three categories. You have a doctor's note stating that they may return with that they had a non-COVID illness and that they may return as long as all their symptoms have been gone for 24 hours. Or they have gotten a COVID test and have tested negative and they have the doctor's note. Or if none of that has happened, they must remain home for the quarantine period, which is a recommended 10 days from the first sign of symptoms, or a total of 14 days. And they must be symptom-free for 24 hours without any medication. I know this is very difficult. I know a lot of times our kids get headaches and they stay home for a day, but in this time, we do need follow-up. We do need doctor's notes, and we do need everybody to be cautious. So please work with us, have patience with us. I know Mrs. Biskup and Mrs. Rasmussen will be asking many more questions than normal, but I know we can do this together to keep everybody safe during this time. A couple other reminders, please read the newsletter. There's lots of important updates every Thursday that gets sent out by Mrs. Rasmussen, so look for that. There's many updates in there, especially when we can't get together as a TCS family as much as normal. Please look for communication from this newsletter. And then, as a reward to everybody, normally when we have a parent meeting, anybody who comes, kids can dress down the next day. Our kids have been doing so awesome here at school. I want to reward everybody with a dress down day no matter what. So Friday, September 4th is a dress down day for everybody. Just make sure you're following dress down day guidelines, and we'll celebrate with a dress down day tomorrow on Friday. Well, I want to let Mrs. Virginia Hayward, our Director of Education, come and share a few things that have been going on in regards to curriculum, education, and technology. So I'm going to have her come before we wrap up and close. Thank you.
Hello, Trinity families. Welcome back to school. As Mr. V said, I just want to take a few moments to share some back-to-school information regarding assessment, curriculum, and technology. Within the next few weeks, we will be assessing students to identify any gaps that may be present due to the school closure last year. We will be using a short, standardized form of assessment in addition to the regular tools and assessments that the teachers use at the beginning of the year. At the end of the fourth quarter, teachers collaborated with the next grade level to discuss any areas of need so that these needs could be incorporated into their scope and sequence and be addressed appropriately. As far as curriculum updates, we have switched to BJU text for history at the middle school level. We believe that the BJU curriculum will offer a more challenging curriculum along with engaging supplemental materials that support the concepts. The BJU tests are organized in a way that requires students to demonstrate learning of a more manageable amount as compared to our previous curriculum provider that had tests which covered multiple chapters. In the area of technology, we have started the year with the incorporation of enhanced technology use in the classroom with the goal of being prepared to seamlessly transition to schooling from home should that need arise. Students are one-to-one working on iPads, and have spent the first week of school learning about digital citizenship, including how to care for their iPads, take care when they are on the internet, and time was also spent on reviewing our technology and internet policy. We are focused on providing students with the knowledge, skills, and application time necessary to build their confidence and independence on the device and learning platform. Teachers are incorporating the use of technology in various ways in the classroom to support our present curriculum and learning. The technology skills being taught in the classroom are also reinforced in the computer class. In addition to our in-class technology improvements, we are currently providing learning to our remote students through the use of Zoom. Remote learning students have had the opportunity to connect and participate with their grade level classes and teachers. We really appreciate the support of all of our families as we work through transitions, continuously reviewing and making changes to our technology program. Our goal, as always, is to provide a relevant, innovative, and excellent Christian education to our students. Thank you. I'm praying that we have a great school year.
Thank you, Mrs. Hayward. Again, thank you to all of you for listening and watching this video this evening. Again, we wish we could have been in person sharing these stories, communicating and catching up on life. I know we have many new families this year, and I hope that we can welcome them when we're able to see them and meet them around different events or through the classroom. Please reach out and communicate with your teachers. Again, this is a partnership, so I hope you enjoy meeting the teachers through their videos and through the Zoom meetings this evening. And I hope you get to know your children's curriculum and their classroom. And we have an awesome year all together. Until we meet in person, be blessed. We love TCS, and we love everybody being a part of it. Take care. We'll see you soon.